Well, got a quick little video for y'all today. We got a 2015 Lexus IS350 F Sport. And in the case of this car, I am after this driver's side mirror. Buddy hit a traffic cone, busted the whole bottom of this puppy off. Depending on which video you're on, it's either the door panel removal video or the mirror replacement video. I'm gonna cut two out of this because we gotta pull the door panel to get the mirror out. So we're gonna go ahead and just get right underway. All right, so step number one is going to be getting all the screws exposed. For this, you're gonna want something that's called a trim stick or a trim removal tool. I'll have a link right up here in the video and in the description for a set on Amazon if you don't own these, but this will prevent you from scratching up your plastics and your paint. And yeah, it's just a good tool to have on hand if you don't already have one. They're very cheap. So with that being said, we're gonna get in here and get to work. All right, so once you have your trim stick, step number one is gonna be, we're gonna get this window controls out of our way. So you'll just get right under the edge right there, just kind of twist it and pop up. So we'll pull that out and we will get this unplugged. Some of this is gonna take me two hands. I'm gonna set you up here on the dash. Hopefully you can see this, but there's just a depressor right here. You press it down with your thumb, slide the plug out. We'll stick this back in here so it's not in the way of our panel. We'll set our switches to the side. So now, all right, so now we're gonna come in here. We need to get this little panel right behind your door latch off, just like that. So I went in by the lock mechanism and just kind of did the same twisty pop. And this will come out and that will expose this Phillips head screw right here. All right, so now that we got the switches out and the cover back here, we're gonna do this the old school way with a screwdriver, but you got a Phillips screw back behind here. So I'm gonna take this one out, and then you have one right down here. So there is one little cap down here that you gotta get your trim tool behind and pop and release this cover, and you got two Phillips screws right there behind that as well. Haha! So I'm gonna get these out real quick, and this puppy's gonna be ready to come out of here. There should be push pins all down the edge of this thing. So we're gonna work a better fork in, and you just kind of slowly go down and just start popping it. Ooh, there went a little cover there. We're gonna do this all the way around this puppy. Work your way all the way around the edge, releasing every push pin. All right, so now that we've gone all the way around, so I've gone this whole edge here, all the way around the bottom, all the way up. So you'll see it's all loosey-goosey. So now I'm gonna set you somewhere, maybe back over here. You should be able to see this just fine. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna grab the door panel, and what we do know is we're gonna have to release the cable that hooks to the door handle and that light at the bottom, right, to get the panel completely off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lift it straight up. Come on, baby. There it goes. There she goes. Just like that. In our case, it looks like our door light popped out for us, so that's nice. We're gonna come unplug this plug right here, which has a little tiny depressor that my finger is pointing at, so we'll squeeze that and remove it, but it's gonna take me two hands. Okay, now then your door handle and lock here, what we're gonna do is we need to pull this up straight out of the slot just like that. Now you can rotate it over and pop the ball out. So we'll remember the white one goes on top and the green one goes below, and voila, there you have it. Door panel is removed. All right, so if you're here for the mirror, we have now got the access that we need. So all we got to do now is we're going to cut a hole, this little plastic tape here, and then we can access, you'll see down in here, there's 3 10 mils. One there, one there, one there. And they have access holes you just got to open up right here. So I'm going to grab a razor blade and we're going to cut some little X's right there, and then we will get this puppy shot off. All right, so I've cut little X's through the tape there, and all we're going to do is take our ratchet, run it right up in there through the hole. We gotta take it off of lock mode, and there we go. Now we're gonna be very careful taking this out of there. I'm going to use 2 hands, and I'm going to get a magnet actually. We're going to let that sit just like that. I'm going to grab the nuts with a magnet so that way they don't fall down to the door, because that's going to suck trying to retrieve those if they fall. But there we go. You just shoot all 3 of those out, and then I will pick up after I got that out, because I think we're going to unplug the mirror on the outside of the door here. All right, I will say I got all 3 of my nuts out. I highly recommend a magnet stick. That made that very nice. I just went right in through this gap here. Is the wire to there. So if I move this up, unplug this, let's move this out of the way. We just need to all right, so we're, oh shit. So we're gonna have to get this released here to get some slack on the wire for it to come out far enough to unplug the mirror. So let me do that. I'm gonna try and do it with my finger real quick. A lot of times you can get these with your finger. Might have to get a pair of needle nose pliers to reach down in here and squeeze that tab to release it. But yeah, once we get that, then we'll have enough slack for this puppy to come out. Okay, so I was able to reach a long pair of needle nose down from the top side here and squeeze that tab. Make sure you take note of how it's routed. So you're gonna come out from here, down and around this window regulator to click that in, and then out this hole right here to plug in. And then you just gotta give this puppy, let me get over here, a good wiggle. There we go. Voila, we are out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's not too bad of a task at all. And obviously, like I said, just note the routing of that cable, and then you're just gonna slap this puppy back in. All right, here we are. Everything is all back together. You see we got our new mirror on, or new to this car mirror. Paint match is absolutely perfect. I still need to clean off the lettering here, but everything works as intended. Before I sign out of here, I just want to let y'all know that if you happen to find yourself in a situation where you've like busted a mirror or something, I will put a link to a website below, which is where I sent him. It's basically like a salvage yard search engine. So most salvage yards use that. That way you can go look for a mirror at a salvage yard that's already paint matched. And it's just as simple as doing this swap and replacement here. I mean, he got his, I think on eBay said they were $250. We found him one for 135 bucks, and it is paint matched and ready to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this lettering cleaned off and get this thing buttoned up and sent on its way.